Imagine your best rep spends like 6 solid months building this incredible relationship with a hospital.
Yeah, they're totally confident.
Right, totally confident. But then the whole deal just evaporates in exactly 5 minutes during a value analysis committee meeting. Welcome to the deep dive. Today we're decoding J.P. Lemaitre's framework for Medtech sales preparation to show you, as a VP of sales, exactly why that happens.
It is such a painful scenario to watch. But I mean, it happens because reps often prepare as if they're selling, standard enterprise software.
Right, rather than highly regulated medical device.
Exactly. They just misunderstand the environment. Because in healthcare, the institutional structure actually dictates the whole buying process.
Let's put that in perspective, because pitching a standard B2B account is, well, it's usually like pitching a single CEO. I mean, you convince the boss, you get the check.
Yeah, that's the classic model.
But pitching a hospital, that's more like pitching a really complex city council, where literally everyone sitting at the table holds a veto card.
I love that analogy. And, to navigate that city council, your team has to understand the underlying infrastructure before they even step foot in the door.
Right.
So they need to dig into group purchasing organization memberships. Those heavily dictate the contracting rules. And they also need to pull IRS Form 990s for nonprofit hospitals.
Wait, tax documents? I mean, how does a sales rep actually use a Form 990 to close a Medtech deal?
Well, it's all about strategic alignment. Say you look at that 990 and you see the hospital is running a massive deficit in charity care.
Okay.
Then your rep knows their pitch has to lead with immediate cost savings, not just, flashy technical upgrades. It tells you what they actually care about right now.
Oh, wow. So it's really about mapping the real influence. Let's say a rep does their homework, gets in there, and gets a top-tier surgeon to absolutely love the device. Is the deal basically done at that point?
See, that is a classic trap.
Really?
Yeah. The surgeon might be your biggest champion, but they rarely have the authority to actually sign the check.
Right, because of the city council thing.
Exactly. If your reps only focus on that clinical champion, they're completely ignoring the absolute veto power held by, say, biomedical engineering.
Who might flag, like, an IT integration issue.
Yes, or the finance department, who will absolutely scrutinize the total cost of ownership.
Okay, well, I'm going to push back here a little bit. If that clinical champion is the hospital's top billing neurosurgeon, I mean, won't the value analysis committee usually just rubber stamp the request to keep their star doctor happy?
I mean, maybe in the past, but today, absolutely not. Margins are just too tight.
Yeah, that makes sense.
A feature list or a happy doctor without hard context is basically invisible to a committee now. Different stakeholders require fundamentally different types of evidence.
So, how do you tailor that evidence? Because I'm guessing the CFO and the surgeon are looking at two completely different sets of metrics.
Oh, entirely different. Clinicians don't care about slick marketing slides. They need to see, peer-reviewed proof.
Like randomized controlled trials.
Exactly, to understand the exact impact on patient outcomes. Meanwhile, the finance team couldn't care less about your clinical trial design.
Right, they just want the numbers.
Yeah, they need customized budget impact models. You really have to speak the specific language of proof that each stakeholder requires to remove their specific veto.
And there is one area where getting the language wrong isn't just a lost deal. It's like a massive legal liability, right?
Oh, yes, the compliance boundaries. In medtech, what you're legally allowed to communicate is just as critical as what you choose to communicate.
We're talking about strict adherence to FDA promotional labeling limits.
That, and also the Physician Payments Sunshine Act.
Right. So just to clarify for anyone new to navigating that, the Sunshine Act basically tracks the financial relationships between device manufacturers and doctors, right?
Exactly. I mean, it requires tracking every single meal, every consulting fee, every travel expense. Yeah. If a rep plays fast and loose with unapproved off-label claims, or even just fails to track a dinner expense, it's a career-ending violation. It can completely tank your company's entire credibility.
Yeah. So the major takeaway for you, if you're managing a sales fleet, is enforcing a mandatory compliance pre-check. And, ensuring your team matches their preparation, how hospitals actually buy.
Yeah, you have to coach them to map influence, not just titles.
Right.
Doing that protects your pipeline and respects the reality of the whole healthcare buying matrix.
Absolutely. But before we wrap up, I want to leave you with a final thought to mull over. The article suggests logging those value analysis committee habits into your CRM.
Which is a great idea.
It is. So what if you stopped treating your CRM purely as a pipeline tracker and transformed it into, like a permanent institutional memory bank for your entire sales slate.
That is a really powerful idea, because if every rep's hard-won intelligence about a hospital's unique stakeholder politics lived permanently in your system.
Then future reps would never have to start from zero again. And maybe, just maybe, you'd never have to watch another 6-month relationship evaporate in 5 minutes.